Today on RUTV, we talk about an important figure in history.
Then, Ryan will keep us updated on current events.
After, Emma and Sophia will give the rundown on sports.
And finally, we'll check out an underrated elective.
So don't go too far, because it all starts right now on RUTV.
Good morning, Seahawks. Today is Friday, March 28th. I'm Ariella Barnes.
And I'm Kevin Mystery. All right, have you heard about the civil rights activist whose birthday is coming up?
Oh yeah, Cesar Chavez. He was impactful. One of our students recounted the history of that day. Let's go over and take a look.
We'll turn around the boycott machinery all over the world to try and make the grapes, all of the grapes, sweet grapes again.
On Monday, March 31st, the United States will honor Cesar Chavez, a Mexican-American civil rights activist who moved to California during the Great Depression and became an advocate for workers' rights.
He noticed the honestly really awful working conditions that these field workers had to endure. They didn't have housing, they didn't have appropriate pay. Nobody was teaching them how to get a job, how to get an education, anything like that. So he established the United Farm Workers Association, which is basically an association that helps farm workers and other underrepresented working communities get the jobs that they deserve.
In order to obtain fair wages for workers, Chavez organized the Delano Grape Strike, one of the largest food strikes in American history.
They striked against buying grapes, and that made a huge impact on the money that these companies made, and it caused them to take notice and to hire the working wages for these members. He also helped build housing for Filipinos that were also working in these fields, and he established 2 radio channels which basically acted to inform the public what was happening and inform Latinos that couldn't speak English of their rights as citizens.
Chavez gave a voice to those who so often went unheard, including members of the Latino, Filipino, and LGBTQ+ community. Therefore, Senior Paula Valenzuela has taken steps to enshrine Chavez's inspiring contributions in our RBUSD and Greater Redondo Beach community.
In September, I started a petition to get Cesar Chavez Day to be a recognized holiday within the RBUSD, because even though it's an official holiday around the U.S., we don't recognize it here in Redondo Beach. So along with the Spanish Honor Society, we gained almost 400 signatures within a week. I presented these signatures to the RBUSD school board, and from there they took action. But then when I was actually doing my civic service project, Mayor Light actually happened to be on my board of presenters. He was inspired and he offered to form a proclamation for Cesar Chavez Day in the city of Redondo Beach.
It is easy to be inspired by Cesar Chavez's incredible legacy, which is why several RUHS groups will be giving students the opportunity to embody the pillars Chavez stood for.
The Filipino Culture Club will be doing a book drive to celebrate the education that Cesar Chavez brought to these underrepresented groups. Other clubs will be hosting a penny drive, and proceeds from the penny drive will go to underserved children. And then on Friday, the last day of the week, we're going to be hosting a flamenco dance, which is basically traditional Mexican dance, and we'll be serving food and drinks. Hopefully Cesar Chavez Day serves to represent all those cultures and the ways that Cesar Chavez represents, having a voice. His slogan is "Si se puede," which means yes we can.
For RUTV, I'm Grace Carroll.
Wow, I'm so glad that our students are so passionate about such important things.
I can completely agree. Oh, and for our juniors and seniors, prom tickets are still on sale. There will be a flash sale later today from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
The theme has also been announced, so get excited. The 2025 prom night will be on May 3rd from 7:30 to 11:30 with the theme of the Golden Gala. Get ready for a night of fun and a golden opportunity to shine.
Well, if we're starting to bore you, you're in luck. Let's hear something interesting. Here's Ryan.
Thanks, Kevin. Last Thursday, March 20th, President Trump signed an executive order instructing Education Secretary Linda McMahon to begin dismantling the Department of Education by distributing various mandated functions to other government agencies and the states. The Department of Education was created in 1979 by the 96th Congress, so while this presidential order will heavily strip the department, only an act of Congress can completely eliminate it. Since its creation, the Department of Education has been responsible for overseeing the enforcement of anti-discrimination laws and distributing federal aid money to low-income students, as well as those with disabilities, or also those who don't speak English as their primary language. Additionally, the free application for federal student aid, more commonly known as FAFSA, has historically resided under the Department of Education's jurisdiction. Therefore, many people have been wondering whether or not this executive action to scale back the department will eliminate FAFSA but consequently, federal student loan debt. As of now, the Secretary of Education has said that these programs will continue to be maintained. However, Trump did announce on Friday that the $1.6 trillion federal student portfolio would be taken over by the Small Business Administration. The Department of Education will continue to exist at a smaller scale for the time being, but Republican members of Congress, including the head of Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions committees, have expressed their desire to pass legislation eliminating the department completely. They face heavy opposition from their Democratic colleagues, though, with various states and organizations outside of Congress vowing to bring lawsuits to the federal court system in hopes of slowing this process. On the topic of the courts, on Saturday, March 15th, the Trump administration ignored a spoken order by a federal judge who had blocked the deportation of 261 undocumented migrants to El Salvador. 3 planes carrying the migrants took off from Texas at 5:26 and 5:45 p.m. respectively. Before the third plane could depart, though, Judge James Boasberg issued an order grounding the third plane and instructing the first 2 flights to return to American soil. The order from the federal judge was disregarded, and the Trump administration, stating its executive power, has caused a constitutional crisis between the branches of government. In other breaking news, it was revealed on Monday that the editor-in-chief for The Atlantic magazine, Jeffrey Goldberg, was mistakenly added to a group chat with top security officials in the Trump administration who were discussing military operations in Yemen. The group was discussing sensitive information about an airstrike against Houthi targets in Yemen, including specifics on timing, weapon systems, and sequencing. Goldberg shared with ABC News that he initially thought someone was running a hoax on him, but only discovered he was an authentic national security breach when on the morning of Friday, March 15th, the target strike went through. Normally, when classified information is shared within the government, all conversations must take place in a SCIF, or Secure Compartmentalized Information Facility. Members of Congress have been questioning these top officials for this drastic oversight. The Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, and CIA Director John Ratcliffe both maintained that no information shared on the exposed group chat was classified. However, the Intelligence Committee is waiting to get their hands on a full transcript of the message chain before any further action is taken. Finally, I got a chance to meet with Greg Allen, the director of Freedom for You. Let's check it out.
Are you a fan of art, music, helping others? Well, you're in luck. This program has got it all. Founded in 2002, Freedom for You is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to helping troubled, endangered, and high-risk youth find who they are.
We're trying to think, how can we help these kids in terms of refocusing them, something they'd want to be a part of, to have fun instead of going to a house party. So we went around surveying teens, what do you do for fun? What would you go to? And it seemed like music and art was something to focus around. And so that's where we started, just having teen bands play at elementary school theater, and then did art projects together and things like that.
Freedom for You offers many ways for teens to engage with others and to stay out of trouble, from volunteer service to fundraisers and after-school programs.
Since 2002, Greg and Freedom for You have held countless fundraising events and music shows, all benefiting the youth. Moreover, they have 2 high school leadership programs in San Pedro that tutor young kids 6 days a week. Through volunteering, Freedom for You teaches teens core values and the importance of helping others.
The community really comes together, supporting each other and caring about kids and caring about the purposes we have, and they help fuel it and make it happen, and we're able to expand more and to reach more kids and more families and more parents, and cause a better, more positive effect into local communities. So we have upcoming our annual fundraiser event. A Beatles theme, you could dress like 60s and 70s if you want. And it's going to be awesome. There's going to be testimonies from kids that we've helped, parents we've helped. There's going to be musicians, teen musicians will be doing music. We're going to give awards out to a lot of our teen volunteers who are serving as mentors, and other things happening. There'll be an auction, but it's significant for us because it helps us do the programs we do all year. So that's coming up in May. Looking forward to that, and we want to invite you to come to that.
You can check out Freedom for You's website, freedomcommunity.com, for more information about the program and its events. Through Freedom for You, we can all make a difference. For RUTV, I'm Ryan O'Sullivan.
Thanks, Ryan. Always a fun Friday when we have current events. You know what else I look forward to on Fridays, Ari?
Oh, what else, Kevin?
Video games. And that brings me to my next point. The Battle of the South Bay Esports High School Championship is almost here. Go to this free event on Tuesday, April 1st at 5 p.m. at the Paris Middle School Gym in Redondo Beach, where the top teams from El Segundo and Redondo Union High Schools will go head-to-head for gaming glory. Who will take home the coveted trophy and amazing prizes? Don't miss all the hype.
Speaking of hype, it's time for sports.
Welcome back to RUTV Sports. I'm Emma Donahue.
And I'm Sophia Smelich.
Baseball played on Saturday against San Pedro, and they won 2-1. Roman Brown and Taehan Kim each had 1 run, and Janin Rosadini also had 3 strikeouts and only allowed 1 run. Well done, boys, and make sure to go cheer them on tonight at home against Torrance.
Last Friday, our softball girls played in the Allen Dugard tournament, and this past Monday in the semifinal game, they crushed El Toro 8-0.
They also beat Costa 15-1. Tyler Fry scored 2 runs and 2 RBIs, and Micah Dumas also scored 2 runs, contributing to their team total of 15 runs and 7 RBIs. Good work, girls, and have a great game tonight against Weisburn Da Vinci.
Wow, our girls have been playing amazing.
15-1 is crazy. We should go see the next game and hope to see all of you there.
Our boys lacrosse faced off against Palisades last Friday. The boys battled hard but fell short in a thrilling game, losing 13-14. They then faced off against a very tough Crespi squad, where they again fell short, losing 5-7. Captains Tyson McVitie and Mark Madden both had amazing games, and the boys are going to bounce back against Peninsula tonight at home. Make sure you go support.
Girls lacrosse unfortunately lost against Costa last Friday 14-6, but Kate Kenny and Presley Wilds each scored 2 great goals that kept their team going. Way to battle, girls, and have a great game tonight against Peninsula.
Congrats to our girls beach volleyball team who won their home conference match versus Beverly Hills 5-0. Best of luck in your next game on Tuesday against PB.
Boys volleyball took home the win on Monday against Edison with a score of 3-1. Cash Esser had some great hits, and Vaughn Flaherty put up some huge blocks.
On Saturday, our distance track team made the trip over to Arroyo High School for the Meet of Champions. Caleb Pasco ran a blazing fast PR of 1:55.11, placing him as one of the top runners in all of California.
Our sprint team took the drive over to Costa's track for the Costa Speed Meet. Zeke Johnson placed second in both the 110 and 300-meter hurdles.
For the girls, senior Journey Cole is back and better than ever, winning first in both the 100 and 200-meter dash, as well as being part of the first place 4x1 relay team. Next week, our distance team will participate in Sound Running's The 10.
Our varsity swim team had a great meet on Tuesday against Peninsula. Both our girls and boys teams took home the win, with Evan Brewster winning his 100-meter breaststroke and 200 individual medley.
Noah Kistler, Derek Huang, Thomas Remesser, and Evan Brewster won the 200 freestyle relay as well. Thomas Remesser also won the 100-meter butterfly and 200 freestyle. Great job, guys, and good luck at your next meet.
Well, that's all for this week, athletes.
Have a great weekend.
And remember to
keep on soaring, Seahawks.
Thanks. It's so important to stay updated with local Seahawk activities. And that doesn't just include athletics, though. Right, Kevin?
You're absolutely right. Let's take a look at another fun pastime.
First thing I've learned is definitely don't be afraid to try new things.
Be patient. Not every project is going to turn out the way that you want it. Just be patient, think it out thoroughly, and don't try to rush it.
Once you get into it, it's a lot more fun.
Like, a lot of people do ceramics for not just the credit, but also just for the interest, because it is a really fun class to do.
I don't really care about them looking good aesthetically. I just care about like having the most like creative project that I could like possibly make. You know, like
I want to be proud of my own abilities.
I like getting to see whatever I wanted to make just get to come to life at the end once it's glazed and finished.
It's personified everything that I like into a single piece of pottery.
Thanks for watching. And Seahawks, that's all for this week's broadcast. Once again, I'm Coven Mystery.
And I'm Ariella Barnes. We hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And remember to
keep on soaring, Seahawks.